with energy. So, how we doing? Yeah! Let's see more energized back there, not up here. Let's try this again. How we doing? Yeah! A little bit more. Did you not notice there's Southern style sweet tea? Sweet tea. So let's try one more, full of energy. How we doing? Yeah, last year I spoke about the step. This year is called the mark. I need a volunteer. There we go. What's your name?
I'm David.
David? Where are you from, David?
I'm from Lewiston, Idaho.
Lewiston, Idaho?
Yeah.
Are you in school or working?
I work for the college, help with everything around the community and help the community.
Okay. Do you have a cell phone?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question about my cell phone. Okay? I don't need yours, I want you to see mine. So, what kind of benefits of having a cell phone?
It is to help people can call people is to reach out to if someone call, like if you call me or if someone if someone needs important or someone needs to text someone, it will help get people there and stuff.
Do you, amen. Do you play any games on your phone?
No.
No games?
No.
You don't play Angry Birds?
No.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest thing, Angry Birds. Do you like, what is that, Facebook? Do you do Facebook?
I do Facebook on the computer.
Okay,
Yes.
but not on your phone?
No.
Okay, so what else can you do on your phone? You said text, phone calls,
Yep, and that's it.
music? You ever have music?
No.
No special ringtones that certain people call you, you can be like, oh, ignore that ringtone. Like one of my songs on my phone has cops. So when that person's calling, just go to cops, like, okay, I don't have to answer that one. So let me ask you a question. So the phone comes on. What about if we take the battery out? Here, I want you to take the battery out.
Okay.
Just slides like. It doesn't let it come out, does it? Okay. Now, hold on to the battery.
Okay.
Now, can we call, can we text, can we do anything with this phone?
No,
Why not?
because you just took out the battery of the phone, and if someone call you, they won't reach you with your battery out.
What about text? Can I text or anything?
No, can't.
So I can't do anything.
You can't play games, you can't hear your ringtone.
Yeah, my ringtone special one. I got Superman.
I know. And you can't do whatever on your phone because you have your battery right here.
We have the battery right there. All right, cool. Thanks, David. I appreciate it. Well, let's see where I'm going. Your cell phone is not any good. I mean, you can have the greatest cell phone on the market, like the iPhone, the Galaxy 2. By the way, I'm store manager of the Sprint store in Clarkson, so come on. Gotta do that commercial break. But anyway, so your cell phone can't do anything without the battery, the inside feature. Think about that. Martin Luther King could not give the I Have a Dream speech without the main part. There was something inside of him that inspired him to use the application. So what is inside of you? In this day of service, ask yourself, what is inside of you? Are you doing this just to do it? Or is it for credit? Or just some time to kill, what have you, a day off? But what is inside of you that will inspire you to make a difference in your community as you reach beyond where you're at in your life? Like I said, you may have the outside features, you may have all these great gifts, talents, what have you, but what is your battery inside of you that will be displayed out for others when you reach out of where you're at in your life and wanting to see other people grow? So when you go out and serve the community today, think about what kind of mark do you leave behind? You know, the things that are seen are only temporarily, but the things that are unseen last a lifetime. So when you go out and serve, think about what is your mark. Anybody ever watch Zorro? Nobody knows Zorro? What is he known for? The Z, right? So he left his mark, but he had a purpose. He didn't just go around leaving Z's, but he got tired of people taking advantage of the poor people. You know, instead of paying 2 coins for taxes, people were charged 4 coins. So he had a purpose. So what is your purpose? What is your mark? You know, each and every one of us was born original. Why should we be a carbon copy? So ask yourself, what is your mark? When you go out and serve the community today, what is your mark? What is your battery inside of you that others can see? Is your battery charged up? So today, be charged up and go out there and serve the community and say, you know what, whatever this project is, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, not to the least of my ability, to the best, because the battery inside of me, because I have the gifts, the talent inside of me, I just need to power it up and be charged up to get on fire. Therefore, I can leave my mark. Zorro left the Z. What is your mark? You know, think about that. There's 2 kinds of people in this world. There's spectators and there's participants. Ask yourself, what kind of person are you? Are you a spectator to sit on the sideline watching the game? Okay, just watch what other people do. Or you're a participant, one who gets out there and says, you know what, I'm going to make a difference. I'm not just going to do it on January 16th today, 2012, and I did my mark, now I'm moving on. Keep that momentum. When you go out and serve, whatever service project you sign up for, keep it going. That's how we live out Martin Luther King's dream. I have a dream. He had the battery inside of him. Now what is your battery inside of you? And just keep that ongoing. Like I said, don't just make it a day of service. Make it a lifetime day of service. Every day that you get up, say, you know what? I want to serve my community. I want to reach out my community. I want to leave a mark, a positive mark. You know, we throw a rock in the ocean, what happens? Nothing. But if we throw it in a pond, it starts a ripple effect. So this is a small community, so let's throw our rock of kindness, you know, excitement to this outside of our walls and reach out to those people and say, you know what, I'm going to throw my rock into this service project. I'm going to throw it into this. I'm going to make a ripple effect. I'm not just going to throw it in the ocean. Well, I did it January 16th, all right, next day, the 17th, going on. But no, what is your day of service? What is your battery inside of you? You know, give it a name. Make it a personal thing if you have to. You know, you can call it like My Boo or whatever. The battery inside of you that will get you up every day to keep that mindset, that goal, to say, you know what, I'm going to serve because I'm going to leave a positive mark. Not just a temporary mark, but I'm going to leave. So I encourage each and every one of you who does a service project, you know what, don't just do it, but leave a mark behind it. They can say, hey, Lindsay came by here, Bill came by here, John came by here, Luke came by here, whomever, so they know and leave a principle in their life, their situation that they can help enhance them, so it won't be just one day of service, that we have an ongoing, you know, and reach out and make contact, network with each other and say, you know what, we want to help each other grow. That's how we're going to expand the growth of this community, because each and every one of us is that rock that's been tossed out when we be released out here. And we have the battery, we're on fire, we eat some good food, and I hope all of you have some sweet tea. Good stuff. But anyway, so I encourage you, what is your battery? Just like the cell phone, it can't text, can't receive calls, can't hear the music without the battery. Well, guess what? That's like our day of service. We don't have the battery, and we're just no good for anything. So we got to have the battery inside of us that will just fire us up and say, you know what? I'm on fire. I'm going to make a difference. Not just today, tomorrow, the next day, next year. I am going to leave a positive mark in this community's eyes to be able to say, they know when I came by, because Zorro left the Z. What is your mark? So think about that as you go forward in this day of service and say, you know what, I'm fired up. And if you don't feel like you're charged up, hang around somebody who's charged up. Let them be your charger. Then release yourself out into this community and say, you know what, I'm going to break down the walls. Because Martin Luther King vision for us to come together and be able to have one purpose, and that's to be able to come together and look to the betterment of each other. So let's live out that legacy, because he left a mark in 1968. Well, this is 2012, 44 years ago. How do we leave that mark today? Thank you.